In Montenegro League 2025 Premier Round 8, Stankovic chooses 4 knights game Spanish variation Rubinstein variation Henneberger variation, leading to an intense fight against Zherebtsova. On e4. On e5. Knight f3. Threatening knight takes e5. Knight c6. Knight c3. Knight f6. Bishop b5. This position is typical of 4 knights game Spanish variation Rubinstein variation. Knight d4. King castled kingside. Stankovic is aiming to play. Knight takes e5. Knight takes b5. Knight takes b5 and increase their advantage significantly. On c6 played by Zherebtsova. Zherebtsova is preparing to play. Knight takes b5. Knight takes b5. On takes b5 and establish a winning position. Bishop d3 played by Stankovic. Knight takes f3 check. Queen takes f3. Bishop c5. Bishop e2. On d6. On d3. Queen e7. It is novelty move. Bishop e3. Bishop g4. Threatening bishop takes f3. Queen g3 played by Stankovic. Stankovic is preparing to play. Bishop takes g4. On h5. Bishop e2 and secure a stronghold in the game. On h5 played by Zherebtsova. Bishop takes c5. On takes c5. On h3. Threatening pawn takes g4. On h4 played by Zherebtsova. Threatening pawn takes g3. Queen e3 played by Stankovic. Stankovic considers playing. Bishop takes g4. Knight takes g4. On takes g4 and gain a significant edge. Bishop e6 played by Zherebtsova. On a4. Knight d7. On f4. Stankovic is looking to play. On f5. Bishop b3. On takes b3 and seize the initiative. On takes f4 played by Zherebtsova. Queen takes f4. King castled queenside. On e5. On g5. Threatening pawn takes f4. Queen e3 played by Stankovic. On g4. Zherebtsova might go for. On takes h3. On takes h3. Rook dg8 check. King f2. Rook g5. Knight e4. Rook takes e5. Rook ae1. On f5 and take decisive advantage. On takes g4 played by Stankovic. Rook dg8. Knight e4. Bishop takes g4. Rook takes f7. Queen takes e5. Bishop takes g4. Rook takes g4. Rook takes d7. Rook takes e4. On takes e4. King takes d7. Rook f1. On h3. Threatening pawn takes g2. On takes h3 played by Stankovic. Queen takes b2. Queen takes c5. Queen b6. Rook f7 check. King e6. Rook e7 check. King f6. On e5 check. King f5. Rook f7 check. King e6. Rook f6 check. King d7. Rook f7 check. King e6. Rook f6 check. King d7. On e6 check. King e8. Threatening queen takes c5 check. Queen takes b6 played by Stankovic. On takes b6. King g2. Rook h4. King g3. Threatening king takes h4. Rook c4 played by Zherebtsova. On h4. Rook takes c2. Rook f7. Stankovic is planning to play. On h5. Rook e2. On h6. Rook takes e6. On h7. King takes f7. On promotes to queen at h8 and sees the initiative. Rook e2 played by Zherebtsova. Rook takes b7. Rook takes e6. Rook takes b6. Do not rush. Can you find the strongest move for Zherebtsova? Rook e4 is the correct move because on a5. Rook a4. On a6. On c5. King f3. On c4 position is equal. Let's go to the main line. Rook takes b6. Rook e3 check. Slightly worse move played by Zherebtsova. King f4. Threatening king takes e3. Rook a3 played by Zherebtsova. Rook b4. King e7. King f5. On c5. Threatening pawn takes b4. Rook g4 played by Stankovic. Stankovic is looking to play. King e5. Rook d3. Rook c4. Rook b3. King d5 and secure a stronghold in the game. King d6 played by Zherebtsova. On h5. Rook h3. King g6. King d5. On h6. On c4. On h7. On c3. Rook g2. King c4. King g7. Stankovic might go for. On promotes to queen at h8. Rook takes h8. King takes h8 and sees the initiative. King b4 played by Zherebtsova. Rook g4 check. King b3. On a5. Stankovic intends to play. On promotes to queen at h8. Rook takes h8. King takes h8 and increase their advantage significantly. On c2 played by Zherebtsova. Threatening pawn promotes to queen at c1. Rook g1 played by Stankovic. King a4. On promotes to queen at h8. A tough loss for Zherebtsova, who resigned under pressure.